2013, my buddy Piper brings me to a print show, and I popped a pill, took some mushrooms, and I looked at Piper and I was like, what am I doing with my life? I remember like leaning on the rail in the front row being like, what the fuck? And we were like, we could do this. Nothing like tagging yourself.
When I first met Aaron, he was doing like piano pop. Like he handed me a Hanson CD and he said, I want to sound like this. And I went, are you sure?
But the filler, right, it's about Panama, but it's also about the country, and it's also about a girl named Panama. Like, you're my Panama. Get it?
Finding some cool stuff to wear, being a rock star, that was the easy transition. But he had to do some work vocally to get there.
When I first met Aaron, I wasn't sure what his potential was. Didn't think he'd get through a show without losing his voice.
Let's try this. I called Dr. Scott Martin. I started taking voice lessons.
We had to work with him to even get him to move right.
When he brought me the material, vocals needed help.
Somebody to love.
Wasn't sure how we were going to get there. There was dynamic within the project between Rob and Aaron. They were on, they were off, and then I didn't hear from him for a while.
The joke, at least in my world, is that he bumped his head. His friend Rob, who was the original guitar player in the band's like, have you been hanging out with Aaron? Like, he's really lost it. Like, he's completely morphed into a rock star. Really thinks he is one.
Rob reconnected with his old, the one that got away, the big rock radio girl, and left the band and ended up marrying her. So a month after the CD release in January, there was no band, it was just me.
He had this great idea, he had this band, he had the original members, and then it sort of just all fell apart. This is how bands go. It's like relationships or family. Like they're sort of doomed from the beginning.
There's always issues with band people. They're all prima donnas.
Your 2-year-old can change himself. Let him figure it out himself. You're watching The Road to Red Rocks with Love Stallion.